We're going to move to our final client today, Miss Julie. Just inviting Julie's guides and angels to join us now. Please let me know when you're ready to proceed.
We are ready.
Wonderful. Let's begin with a body scan for Julie, just scanning through her body. Let me know what areas we'd like to address for her.
Her mind, her voice, her heart, her solar plexus, her feet.
What do you see happening with the mind?
Feels torn. Half of it is excited, wondering, expanding, exploring. Feels light, feels happy, it feels free. The other half of the mind feels stuck, feels heavy, worried, frustrated. There's a lot of duality in this mind. It's a push and a pull, it's a tug of war. Some days, the lighter, expanded version of her mind wins, and some days, the heavy, frustrated version of her mind wins. It is both. She's finding a balance. She's learning. She's discovering. She is in an expansive state of being in mind right now.
What about the voice? What's happening there?
She's very powerful. Her voice is important to Earth. She's strong, very strong. She is meant to speak. She is the voice of reason, logic, understanding. She's a special energy. She has a way to collect information from all understandings, from all viewpoints, from all feelings, all vibrations, and she collects it, and then she can process it well, and she can narrow it down to an understanding for all to hear, for all to vibrate at, for all to expand through. She has this gift. It's something is too large. A package is too large. The light codes are too large. She bundles them for them and shrinks them down into the bite-sized pieces that they can swallow, that they can absorb, that they can learn from, grow from. She's very talented. She does this without thinking because it's who she is. So she is gifted with her voice. She is made to come forward. She is made to speak to many, many, many people, many souls on the earth, so that they too can expand and learn and grow. She is there for this.
How about the heart? What's happening there?
It's much like the brain, the mind. She has a very powerful heart. It is very vast. It's full of love. It's full of higher understandings of what is, of life. She feels it. She senses it. It overflows her heart sometimes where she knows it's there, something she's longing for, something she's grabbing for. She feels like she can't quite bring it to fruition. This is the other side of the heart, the tug of war that is happening within her soul. She feels she's limited by Earth's circumstances. Her back, she feels she can't get ahead. She can't get that rope that's tied around her leg untied so that she can run. So she can run away, so she can be free. And she's back and forth and back and forth. She holds great strength and she will not give up. She will persevere until the end, for it's what she's meant to do.
And how about the solar plexus?
She's building it. She's building her confidence. She's building her strength again. Earth has told her many lies. Earth has deconstructed her confidence. It has lied to her. It has told her she wasn't worthy. But it's quite the opposite, you see. She is stronger than them, braver than them. And it's on purpose because she's here to lead them. She's here to be the leader, to roar, to show them who they are, to allow them the gift of confidence, to allow them the gift of security. All of the gifts that she feels they have taken from her, it is only because they needed them. It is only because they needed that strength, that courage, that security that she already innately held within her. And so now she feels as though she's taken it, they have taken it from her. But it's always been there. And she's rebuilding, rebuilding, rebuilding. Because she knows she's ready and she knows it's time. It is her time to shine. She is the brightest star of all. She's so bright that it blinds them sometimes. They don't like this. Frustrates them, it's irritating to them. But she shouldn't stop. She shouldn't listen to them. It's time for her to shine brighter than she's ever shone before. This is why she's come, you know.
How about the feet?
She's ready to run. She's ready to untie that rope that she feels so tightly around her ankle. It's time to take a saw and cut it off. She doesn't need it anymore. She only allowed it to make them feel good. She only allowed it to make them feel powerful because she was told the lies that she wasn't. But that's no longer needed. And she knows that in her heart. She knows that in her soul. And as her confidence builds, as her solar plexus strengthens and returns to its natural, innate state, she will run. And she will be free. And she will thrive. And her heart will expand. And she will grow strong. And she will be that bright, shining star, the leader that she has come to be.
Wonderful. Well, let's bring through some messages today for Julie before we jump into her questions. Who all do we have here today to support her and bring through her messages?
Hello, we are the Angel Team. We want to show Julie today how very special she is. We want to be delicate with her as well. We want to make her comfortable. We don't want to overpower her. We want to allow her to come to us, not the other way around. So we are allowing her space and time to welcome us into her life, into her journey, into her heart. She knows all of us well. We will show her who has arrived for her, but it is up to her to welcome them into her life, into her heart. It is not for us to shove or push, but for her to allow when ready. Her beautiful family of light comes forward from the constellation of Lyra. She's a beautiful soul, very old soul, if you like to say it that way. You have a lot of experience as a soul in many different places and existences. You are a very expansive soul, strong, bright, beautiful. The Pleiadian team welcomes her, stands beside her as protection, In this lifetime on Earth, they have dedicated themselves to protect her as she moves forward on her journey. She is ready to excel. She is ready to shift, to run. But she worries. She worries about changing, what it means. She will be vulnerable. And the Pleiadian team of light wants her to know that she will be greatly, greatly protected and that she will not fail on her new mission, for they have been asked to protect her during this time of transition, and this they take very seriously. They do not take a mission like that lightly. They are here to serve and honor, protect you. We are the angelic team. We have always been with you and will always be with you on your journey, no matter where you choose to travel to. We are very happy to be here today to assist you in your expansion and understanding of self.
Wonderful. Thank you all so much for being with us today. We'll get started with Julie's questions. She says, my questions will be philosophical in nature. I hope that's okay. I respect any answers I may get, or that there are some things I should not know, perhaps. Looking around, it is easy to notice how disconnected human beings seem from their soul or spirit. How did human beings collectively decide to stop focusing on love and connection and solely focus on money and things instead? Why do humans think money and things are a substitute for love and life? And why do they perpetuate this idea?
We are going to continue to talk for you today. We hope that is okay with you. This is a very large question. There are many understandings, perspectives to this answer, but we will share with you our viewpoint as we have watched humanity since the time it was born. We have seen a great shift as well, as it has been structured into your consciousness, into your lineage, DNA, that in order to survive, in order to stay alive, in order to feed yourself, put a roof over your head, they have shifted it. The dark ones have shifted it to the money. No longer do most humans take care of themselves by growing their own food, by living off their own beautiful land, being self-servient and sharing abundantly. This was rewarding to the human body, to grow food, to build your own houses. This allowed time in their hearts and in their minds to love a little bit more, to look out for their neighbors a little bit more, to see life as a beautiful, precious gift. It allowed the human being to enjoy it differently than it is now. Now, as this has evolved, taking and taking and taking more from the human being, taking away their freedom to grow their own food, to build their own structures, and it's all been shifted into the exchange of money. This has created a lot of stress, worry, angst. The human mind brain was designed to protect itself, first and foremost. On Earth, you call this your primitive brain. This is the part of the brain that had been interwoven with the reptiles of the Earth at one point. This is the fear-based brain that puts you into fear if you fear you do not have enough food, protection, that you are in danger. And as money has come to the forefront as an object, a symbol of protection for the human, this is what we see has shifted you as a human species the most. That now having enough money, having an abundance of money equals protection, equals being alive, equals living freely, breathing, being without as much stress. But as you have perceived already, what they had failed to see during this time was the human soul is still in there. The human soul still yearns. The human soul yearns for love more than anything else. Money cannot supply the human soul with love. And therefore, many, many human beings on the earth now feel empty. They feel as though they are without love. They are missing something. They are sad. They are depressed, anxious. And it is the component of love for oneself and for one another. But it is not missing, and it is returning. We want you to see there is so much love on the planet. There is so much love in these souls that's going to expand. We want you to see more than anything that love is not lost. You need to see that you are there. And there are many, many other helpers just like you who have come to earth now at this time of need to bring the love back to the planet. You are the hope. You are the speck of light. You are the love that you are looking around, seeing it's missing. You say, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? We say, it's you. You are the one that came to bring it back. You are the one that came to remind them, to show them, to awaken them. You are the one that's there for that. That is your mission, beautiful soul. So not all hope is lost because you are there. And we are so grateful.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that. Her next question, she says, I wonder how heaven is structured. Are there levels of beings, or is everyone connected to God? Is God the original or main source of all that is, even from a non earthly standpoint? I'd like to understand more about the structure of what I cannot see.
This is a beautiful question, full of so many answers and understandings, but we are going to try to narrow it down for you to see at least a small understanding. What you perceive to be heaven is full, so full of beautiful, beautiful star beings, souls, angels, energies, light beings, elements. It is vast, it is large. You could say there are levels, yes. These are just expansion points. You, as a soul, are always wanting to expand, to feel more, to grow larger and larger and larger. And you are allowed to do so, of course. And as your understanding, heart, soul grows into a larger grasp of what is, of who you are in it, you can raise to a higher, if you want to call it that. We're using earth words for you today. a higher vibratory state of being in which you will experience more and more and more. All is from source, yes. You will have a different name for this energy, creation, God, but it's all the same understanding that it is all flowing from this energy center. It is all in creation because of this energy center. And we are all beautifully, intricately a part of it. We are all interwoven on every level of existence. All frequencies, from the lowest to the highest, only exist because of the source. It is a light. It is love. And in this frequency spectrum of love, of light, you exist. We all do. Many beings, many planets, many universes exist in this experience of light. And your consciousness separates only to experience a certain frequency spectrum of light at that time. But as a soul, as a part of one source of light, you may shift through the frequencies to experience any other frequency of light you would like to experience. And this is where free will comes in. You are all given free will. We are all given free will to choose what we would like to feel, experience, know. And so we travel through different experiences, many souls choosing to incarnate on different planets as different beings in different densities, frequencies of light, in order to experience oneself through. But the beautiful part is we're all together, always. That as you experience your hardships, your joys, we all do, for we are one. We are all created together. We are all source together. It is a beautiful, beautiful bundle of light, and you are a magnificent part of it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that. Our next question, she says, considering that humans are connected to God, have relationships with angels, and also other advanced races of beings, how are horrible things like war, child trafficking, and industrialized farming allowed on Earth? Do non human beings interfere to stop some of the human beings' horrible plans or not?
We are going to try to find an understanding for you. This can be hard to fully grasp when you are in the human form, for your understanding can be limited by the human brain. First, we like to say, yes, you have so many beautiful higher dimensional beings that are assisting Earth now, that have been assisting Earth. They are bringing their life force, their love, to protect Earth, to guide Earth, to stop many of the lower vibrational souls from harming the rest of the souls. This is a very intricate design that is coming to an end. You need to see this. You are in a very, very, very special lifetime. You have chosen this lifetime perfectly for this time now, for this is endings of many things that once were. As we have shown you before, that all life exists in a large spectrum of light. And within this large spectrum of light, there also lies the lower densities, what you would call the dark spectrum. These are souls that have chosen through their free will to give to themselves, to pull the light, to steal the light, to feel powerful. And it has consumed them. It has gotten the best of their souls. It has dominated their thoughts, their being, their very existence. And although all is allowed, the light is ready to put an end to it. It is taking of the free will of many beings. There are laws, universal laws at play in the big picture. And the ones who have remained stuck in their darkness have broken universal laws. And therefore, as one, as source, it has been decided amongst the stars and heavens that this darkness can no longer consume the souls that have not given permission. Their free will is being tampered with, being taken, and it must be stopped. And we have rallied the star people from all over to assist Gaia now to very, very carefully bring the light to the planet, to put out the darkness, to expose the darkness. And that is what's happening beautifully now on Gaia, as all of you, as light bringers of the earth, shine your light and expose this. Show the others, wake them up to what they've been trapped into. You are the ones bringing the light back. You are the ones bringing the hope back. And that is why you're there. You are on a very special mission now as a soul to assist Gaia, to assist the souls who have had their free will tampered with. So it is time. It is no longer allowed. And all of the light workers are working diligently to create balance once again, for the balance has been offset for a while, and it is time for it to be restored once again.
Wonderful. For her next question, she says, if all of creation exists through various frequencies, with the highest being God, who is all love, as I understand it, is manifestation simply a shift in frequency? When something is materialized, is it simply shifted from an idea frequency to a material one?
Yes, there are many ways to understand manifestation. When we smile, because humans, most humans, have struggled with this for a long time, knowing that it's possible, seeing others who are very good at it, and then getting stuck trying to do it for themselves. So we will show you there are many things at play when you talk about manifestation on Earth now. You need to see first that, yes, you are right, that everything already exists. Everything is already available to you. You have unlimited versions, timelines of your own existence, of your own being that are available to you. And at any point, you can shift your frequency and connect with that timeline of existence in which you already acquire or have that thing or that job or that relationship that you're desiring in your heart. This is true. However, you say, But it's not easy. Why is that? Why can't we all do that? And why aren't more doing that? And we say, well, as a soul, you have free will. And through this free will, you decide as a higher light being what will serve you in your current mission. What kind of expansion do you need in this lifetime in order to serve the ones that you came to serve? Will you be of service if you have everything that you ever desired and lack nothing, only to sit peacefully without a worry, a care in the world for others and what their needs are if you already have it all? Your higher self, your soul is so aware. It's connected to all. It's connected to the heavens. It's connected to Source. And it knows the needs of all of the other souls. And your beautiful soul is of service. And when your soul is of service to the other souls in an incarnation, you are constantly feeling, receiving input from the earth, from the universe, as to what it is you need to experience in order for you to play your role perfectly in order to serve them. So when you say, can't we manifest anything we'd like? Of course you can. But the reason that a lot of the times you seem to not be able to has nothing to do with you being strong enough or powerful enough or not doing it right or not saying the right things. It truly has to do with the path that you're choosing in order to experience the path you're on so that you can expand, so that you can help the ones around you who need help with their experience. And the only way for you to do that is for you to experience what their need is so that you can fully understand them in order to help them. So it's very intricate, very complicated manifestation. For when something is already on your timeline, when something is already choosing to be in existence for you because it will help to serve the others, then it will manifest, and it will manifest easily, and it will be right in front of you. But when you try so hard to manifest something, it doesn't seem to be coming to fruition, you must stop and think and reflect on the bigger picture and say, what do I need to learn first? What do I need to experience first? What understanding am I lacking that my higher self, my higher version wants me to know before I have this thing or have this relationship or have this job? And when you stop to ask that, then you're on the right track. And then you're preparing yourself for the manifestation of whatever it is your heart is truly desiring. Do you see?
Wonderful. All right. So her next question, she says, as we exist outside of time and space at some capacity and are able to experience several lifespans and histories, it makes me wonder, is any of this real? Am I currently living in a dream or idea from which I will depart into a different reality one day? I hope this makes sense. Are we all actors in a play down here, or is this real?
We are laughing. There are many opinions on this one. We are speaking on behalf of all of your guides. We are listening to them. There's a lot of jokes happening. We want to be respectful to your human existence, for it's very difficult, more than many of them can perceive. We will say, yes, it's real. We want you to see that this beautiful experience that your soul is having in this human body on this beautiful planet, it is a real experience. It's a very real experience. Your soul is very excited to be here. Your soul has waited a very long time to be here in this very moment, experiencing yourself in a human form on planet Earth. You've waited. You've waited in line for this, you should know. And it's your turn. It's your turn to experience it. It's your turn to get on the rides, to have the ups and the downs. But you also are right. How do you differentiate what's real, you say? Your experience, your consciousness lies in this incarnation here now. But it's also so much more than that. So much more than that. Your soul is expansive. It can experience all eternity at once. It understands it. It can see all of your incarnations at once. From the start to the end, it already is. There is no time. And once you are done with your mission on Earth, you are right. Your human body will vanish, and you will be who you truly are, which is soul, light, source. And in that state of being, you will get to choose again. You will get to choose what your soul is wanting to feel, discover, expand through, where you would like to be, how you would like to be. You draw up your own plan, but it's all real. The only illusion, the only part of this whole experience, from our perspective, that we would say that's not real, is that you're separate from anyone, that you're separate from heaven, you're separate from the angels. That's not true. The feeling of aloneness, the feeling of separation, the feeling of just self, that's what's not real. That is why Earth is so difficult for so many souls. That is why it's the most challenging vibration in the galaxy at this time. But that is also why you're there, because you are so strong, because you are so wise, because you are the leader. You are going to remind them that it's not true. They're not alone. And they're infinite beings of source light, that they are worthy, that they are love, and that what lies beyond this incarnation is better and brighter than anything they could ever fathom. And yes, this lifetime is worth it. And yes, this lifetime is real. So experience it, be in it, enjoy it, soak it up for all of its ups and downs. Because you have been waiting and waiting and waiting in line in order to ride that ride. So have fun. Feel the wind in your hair. Feel the ups and the downs in your tummy. Allow yourself to laugh and scream and cry, because you've been waiting for so long to feel that, to experience that, to be a part of it. So enjoy it, beautiful soul. Enjoy the very real ride that your soul is experiencing now.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. Julie's final question today, she says, of course, I'd like access to all of the information in the world and the truth of all of existence, because learning is my passion. But I accept my limits and ask you, what is a really cool idea that I've never thought about that you can share with me? What is something interesting and good that you'd like for humans to know? I feel like I am waiting on something. What am I waiting for? Thank you so much.
We are searching your soul to see what would be helpful for you to move forward. Just a moment. There is so much we could say. There's so much to look forward to. We will show you a very, very large picture something that perhaps you've never considered. That right now, in this incarnation, this lifetime, this existence as you are, you might feel so small. You might feel as though you have very little power to offer the world. There's something in you. There's something in you that says otherwise. There's something in you, in your core, that has been screaming at you since you were little. And it says, you are so bright. You are so much bigger than this existence. You have so much to offer. And you feel it radiating, pulsing. You don't know what it is. You don't know how to express it. You don't know how to bring it out. For it to be expressed in its grandest form. This is the pulse. This is the pulse. It's the heartbeat of all. It is the pulse of the galaxy that you're feeling within your very source soul. This heartbeat is in all of us. But some of the humans have stopped listening. Some of the humans can't hear it anymore. But you are newer. You haven't had as many incarnations to slow it, to stop it, to dampen it, especially in densities such as Earth. So yours is bright, and you can feel it pulsating, getting brighter and stronger. And you say, what is going to happen? I feel it. We say you are the ripple in the universe. Your light is the ripple in the universe. And you need to know that everything, every thought, every feeling you have changes the ripple, shifts the ripple, and that you are there to expand your heart, to bring yourself up, to teach yourself that you are there to make the change through thought, through love, through energy. When you shift your vibration within your body, within your mind, within your heart, it ripples out from you like a sonar device. And it ripples beyond Earth, and it ripples into the universe, into the other planets, into the other star systems. And you say, why is this important? Why does that matter to me? Because when you do this, and you raise your own vibration into light from the darkest depths of the universe, you break it from the inside. You break the darkness from the inside. You're the speck of light in the middle of the darkness, and you're breaking it, and you're breaking through, and you're shining your light, and then your light is joining with all of the other specks of light on Earth. And as more specks of light break through the darkness in their area, all of the specks of light join together, and it creates a large light that engulfs the Earth. And with this light, it ripples out to all of the other planets, and they are engulfed in the light. And the entire universe gets flipped, and is flipped to a higher dimensional light. And every star system, and every being, and every soul that feels that wave of light crash over them through their soul, through their being, is transformed in that second. And they now get to experience themselves in a completely different dimensional state of light in which no other soul has ever experienced oneself through before. And it will be grand, and it's coming, and it's all because of your light and your work that's coming from the darkest depths of the galaxy. So you are so important. You are so needed, and we tell you this now, so that you won't be afraid, because there are so many doing the same as you now, to crack the code, to crack the darkness, and to bring this wave of light for full transformation of all. That is what you're waiting for, and it will be so.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. What final messages do you have today for Julie?
Julie, we hope that today your heart was full of love. We hope that today you got to see yourself a little differently than usually. We hope that you can see yourself now as a radiant star being, because that's who you are. That you are very, very special on Earth right now. We want to support this knowing. We want to encourage this knowing in your life, in your mind, in your essence, in your very being, to know that you are so powerful. You hold so much wisdom within your soul. You have a lot to offer Earth, a lot to give to the souls around you, a lot to give to the light workers around you. You are here to transform them, to help them, to shift them, to guide them, and most importantly, teach them. You are a teacher of light, beautiful soul. You hold all of the wisdom, the information, the guidance, and the gifts necessary in order to teach and counsel them. This is your gift on Earth. We want you to know that, to feel that. We want you to see how amazingly brave you are, for you have chosen a hard path to shine through, but you chose your hard path on purpose. Your circumstances, the things you need to overcome on your path, those were all chosen perfectly for you, by you. You chose them. We want you to see it in that light as well, because when you remember, when you see that your soul was the one who chose your circumstances, you say, oh yeah, that's true. What did I want to learn from this? And you figure it out, and you grow braver and more confident, and you overcome. And that's exactly what your soul intended for you. You like to challenge yourself. You should see that. That is who you are as well. And so, as a soul that likes a good challenge, know that your path may sometimes feel more challenging than others. But please don't say it's not fair, because you gifted it to your own soul. You gifted these challenges to yourself because you knew how much they would allow you to grow. And this is what you desired for your soul, because this incarnation for you was about growth, was about changing, was expanding, was transitioning. You will be transitioning in a grand way when this mission is complete. So therefore, you didn't want to miss one little opportunity. You wanted every opportunity you could get your hands on in order to experience it and to grow through it. And so it is. So we want you to look at your life in this light and to know that it's all a beautiful gift. Smile, send appreciation, and get to work, beautiful soul. You have so much to accomplish and so much to look forward to. We are all here to support you. We love you so.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for all of those beautiful messages for Julie. We send her guides and angels so much gratitude, so much love for all that was shared for her today.